Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy, Self Love Gangsta, and happy halfway through winter. Yes, what did I want to talk about today? I wanted to talk about how I, at this point, am coming up on the 30th day of the self-love journey, and I'm finding still that this later half of our journey together, really my journey with myself, that I've said before, I'm just broadcasting out to you, is the later stage of this. I'm finding there is a lot of resistance coming up, and I am struggling to take charge of it. But it is not impenetrable. It's just, it's scary. It's scary. There's no other way of putting it. But I'm still here with you, albeit very imperfectly. And gonna take a seat on these rocks right here. And yeah, the thing I wanted to talk to you about is, it's not about being perfect. I don't care how many times I have to remind myself of this. I don't care how many times I have to remind you. It's just about showing up every day in whichever way that you can that is genuinely self-loving. And I realize, just making another quick update for you, or myself really, and then maybe you can gain something beneficial from it. I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but I know I've said something like that before, but I think it's important to say, so maybe it's okay to repeat myself. But basically, big silver lining is none of this seems like one big kind of overwhelming mystery to me anymore, even though we keep running into a wall of resistance, which is really the fact that I haven't really gotten in touch with my self-hating parts, which there are too many to count, probably, or at least the ones that are there are just very overwhelming in their power and influence over my decision-making capabilities. But the good news is, the universe isn't doing this to me. I'm not a victim to my distractions and compulsions. And that means neither are you. So that's pretty cool. And that in and of itself is deeply relieving, I have to say. So I guess what is my point of this? It's today's the 3rd, and the 31st was the 25th. 28th day? I know I have to count it on my hands. Whatever, I'm not good at math, that's okay. I'm working on accepting that about myself. That could be very self-loving. But yeah, the point is, remember to keep giving yourself grace, because you're learning how to do easily the most difficult thing anyone could ever do as a human in this life here on planet Earth, is to love yourself genuinely and unconditionally as much as possible and as much of the time as possible. So be patient with yourself. This is a message to this one, not just to you, but to me. And every day now feels like a gift. It feels like a gift to still be here with you, albeit imperfectly, and to remember that it's not about being perfect. That's what our parents, or some of the adults in our life from a long time ago, convinced us we had to be in order to survive, but it's actually the opposite. Some of our favorite people, at least my favorite people in this life, are people who own the fact that they're not perfect and they don't give a fuck. Doesn't that feel like hugely relieving, That's why a lot of people love our president. He's hugely and obviously imperfect, but he don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck. And that in and of itself is a huge lesson for us all. Not to comment on anything else that's tied to him. Just trying to focus in on things that I like about somebody and things that I like about myself, even though there are still parts of me that hate myself very deeply. But trying to focus in more on the good in there, the gold. And not lying to myself and saying that, oh, I love this part of myself that I hate. No, I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. I hate the fact that I'm still very addicted to hate watching stuff. And like, I do that. That's probably the biggest point of resistance for me. Just getting caught in the doom scrolling. And digital heroin, basically. Just nodding off, listening to really vitriolic shit. And it's a terrible habit, but just as easy as it is to get caught up in that, it is actually, I'm finding, just as easy to unplug and come out. So for every defeat in that regard, in terms of falling back into getting distracted in the chaotic news that's out there, the chaotic back-to-back really dark releases from media, just as easily we're back here, and it's still a beautiful day. So from all our self-love gangsters, because there are many in here because of all the splits, and even the many self-hating gangsters inside of myself, I say thanks. I say thanks. I fucking sound crazy, bro. What am I doing? I don't know, but we're still here and we're doing it, all right? Let me get off this fucking rock. Oh, we're still doing it, baby. What is behind here? What is behind here? It doesn't matter. We'll explore that in a minute. And I wanted to... Okay, I guess I'm done talking about what I was talking about before. It's day 28. We're still here, albeit quite distracted. I've only still done the masterclass, like, introduction thing on the self-love e-course from Teal Swan. The next step is to watch the lesson about self-hate. I keep putting that off. I wonder why. Your guess is as good as mine. But that's the next step. And whenever I get to that, I will make a video for you talking about it, reflecting on it. God, that's a beautiful sunset. We'll do that as the background for the closing bit of this update. But, okay, so the biggest thing that came up today was a reminder that I just have to get better at feeling, period. And that's probably a huge block for a lot of people that are struggling to love themselves. People who love themselves really let themselves feel more and more often, it seems, anyway. And they don't have to be perfect at it, but they do it a whole hell of a lot more and really embrace their feelings, even the negative ones, and even especially the negative ones. So that was basically what my organs are communicating to me, the ones that a lot of energy is getting closed off and they're deteriorating while I'm still alive, and it's causing unbelievable amount of pain. It's really just, I gotta feel. And see, even the way I'm talking about it is like, I have to feel, and I'm afraid to, and I don't want to. No, don't make me do that. But self-love, fam, you've got to, and I've got to, and I'm not doing my job and really showing up to life if I am not truly feeling every day. So it is my promise to you and myself, mostly myself if we're being honest, it is my promise to get on that. And this is the self-love alarm that is signaling that this video needs to end now, because it's too long. But that's okay. Remember to feel. I need to remember to feel. That's kind of where we're leaving off right now. Remember to feel. Remember to drink water. I need to grab my water there on the trail. And eat your fruits and vegetables. And stop watching so much porn. What are you doing? What are you doing? I wouldn't know anything about that. That's not something I do. Hold on. No, give me that camera back. Give me that camera back. No, I didn't finish. No, hold on. I don't.